You're listening to the Hunting Land Man podcast. This is Slade Priest, your host, the Hunting Land Man.
Rack buck down here on opening day.
If you're interested in rack bucks and real estate and everything that has to do with hunting property, this is the podcast for you.
All right, episode 72. We actually just recorded 71, and we wanted to break it up so you had different stuff to listen to. And this is always brought to you by Southern Ag Credit. We just went over all this stuff, so I feel like I'm repeating myself. But look, Southern Ag Credit takes great care of us, and they take care of us for all the things we're talking about today. This one, look, I apologize if you're listening to this podcast for real estate. This is going to be straight hunting. We talking about hunting. All right, so it is November the 5th. It is the rut in the Midwest. A buddy of mine shot a big giant this afternoon. This morning I'm waiting for a picture. The full moon's today. I'm going to be up there on Friday in Missouri. Let's kind of get you where we're at so far this season. So, Caleb, you hadn't hunted a whole lot, had a lot of family duties.
Yeah, I hadn't hunted much. I had a buddy. He shot a doe. It was his second deer ever with a bow. That was fun.
That was this weekend?
That was 3 weekends ago. And then I missed a doe. I actually hit her, but I just gave her a haircut. My dumb self sat up, climbed up the tree, hit the rangefinder. I was 40 yards from the corn. And I just knew. Anyways, made a bad shot. It really was just a bad shot. But
it happens.
Then made a couple other hunts, saw some deer. Really don't have a good buck on camera yet that I'm just like crazy about going to shoot.
They'll be there soon.
They'll show up. Yeah, because I literally, when I checked the camera yesterday, there were 10 does in one picture. Mm-hmm. So they'll be there.
Yeah, our moultries are. It's a 20-minute ordeal for me to go through my pictures in the morning. It's. I may have to put this on Caleb's responsibilities from now on. Go through pictures, send me anything relevant.
You should do that because there's going to be one or two I just don't tell you about.
Yeah, like, oh, look at this big one I killed. Where'd you kill that one? No, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
public.
Yeah, I killed him in.
Speaking of, you hadn't hung your camera on the big one the other day.
Man,
yeah. You said you don't have one to hunt. Caleb has seen a giant.
I did, and look, he ran on some public land, and I'm not going to lie to you, he's the biggest deer I've seen in the South, but.
What are you waiting on?
Again, it's kind of far from the house, and it's like especially to do something like that. I'm not just
Yeah, but you got to
walk and look, and
they're starting to scrape a good bit here in the South, and so if you go find a scrape on both sides of the road right there, he gonna be on there.
Yeah, he'll come to it for sure.
Then you can start game planning from there.
Yeah,
if he's that big, you had to make time.
Yeah, I do have to make time to just go check him out.
All right, so it's November. Let's start. Excuse me, I'm about to die. Of course, I get a cold right before I go to the Midwest. It's like every year.
Cough drops.
That's it. I'm gonna be busy on the cough drop. I got to get me some vanilla flavor, so I got like a nose jammer smell out there, kind of. Uh-huh. All right, so we had a great September. I have been eating elk literally 5 days a week. It is exceptional. I ate elk quesadillas twice yesterday. I ate steak the day before. Elk sausage the day before. I mean, we just eat elk. Had an incredible hunt. If you haven't seen that episode, go watch it. It really is good. Somebody who watched it last night, a buddy of mine, he said, man, it kind of shows the grind of elk hunting, and it really does, because that is a mental hunt. And look, we're not even in that hard a terrain that I think, but it's just mental, like, because it's you're doing the same thing and expecting different results every day, which is kind of the definition of insanity. But you just have to keep putting yourself in, keep making smart moves, keep being positive. And then literally we killed in the last 3 to 5 minutes of the hunt.
Yeah, elk hunting, the one time that I went and filmed you, it's like you feel like you're not in the game. You're not in the game. And then you get a little baby glimpse of hope. And then it just doesn't even come close to going your way and really working out. And then maybe a couple times it does get close, and then it still doesn't work out. And it's like, man, it's so defeating, and you just got to stay with it.
It's no different than anything else. You just, you're hunting wild animals, and you're hunting, with a bow. You just got to keep putting yourself. And look, bar none, elk hunting is my favorite. Like I said, if you haven't watched that episode, I probably got about as I had like holding back tears when I called my wife, because Lori actually told me I was going to come home a day early. And she said, no, you don't need to come home until you kill one. So I stayed to the last 5 minutes of archery season, and I killed one, and thank the Lord, because he was a good bull, 6x6, and we've been eating good. All right, fast forward. We got October. It was October 2nd when I got home, so I missed the opening day. Now, if y'all saw in velvet season, I think we made a post about it. We had the deer we call Wide Willie. Saw him in the Big 8. I call Mr. Rogers in front of the house. Almost had him in velvet season. Got close, but didn't no cigar. So when I got home, I was just doing some self filming. Actually had, and this episode will come out this week, maybe tomorrow. The week of November the 5th, it should come out. So I had the deer in front of my house, literally 202 yards from my front door. I had him, and I guess I'm getting older and more particular, but it was a little bit of a far shot. It was a little late on camera, and I was like, no, I'm going to do this right. This is too good a deer, and so I actually let him walk off. Actually, thank you, Lori. She did old drive-by to spook him off, so it didn't bother him.
People don't understand that about, like, the whole filming thing is like it's, man, there's just way more to it. I mean, think about how many times a camera has cost you a deer or a turkey.
I tell you, self-filming is the hardest shot you'll ever make, because not only are you trying to regulate your heart and your arrow and everything with regular bow hunting, which is tough, I mean, for me, because I get so excited, which is why I love it. But then, is he in frame? Oh, hey, I got to hurry up because he's going to step out of frame. Oh, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then, when when you're self-filming, you're up there, and when you're just bow hunting, when you see the deer, you pick up your bow, and all you focus on is the shot. What's the range?
When am I about to draw?
That's it. That's all you focus on. Well, filming, I got to get him on film. I got to make sure it's in focus. I got to make sure it's on record. I got to make sure I can draw my bow to where the camera is. And then you still got to do all that other stuff. It is nerve-wracking, and I have not figured out how to. And that's why. So a couple of days later, I hunted Wide Willie again, and he came in. It was I'll never forget. I'd hung that stand that day or the day before. I moved it in the food plot in front of the house. Excuse me. I moved it, and there was a little young 10-point come out, and I was like, "Oh, that's a pretty buck." And I'm always thinking like, "Oh, it's gonna be a cool story if I can kill that 10-point one day." And I had him on camera at 2 years old. Yeah. So I pull up camera, hit the focus, right behind him, boom, broad daylight. I'm like, there he is, right there. And so then I go to shaking, and so then the Big 8 steps out behind him, and dude, those deer, when you see the video, they were walking on lava. They were like, I don't know if the thermals or what, they was just, and I was like, when they coming in, I'm like, ain't no way this is happening. It is just too much going on,
Too skittish, yeah.
And look, they get up there, and I get him on camera, and he's at 40, and I draw back, and like another one of those things, I didn't take my time, but the good Lord took care of me. I actually spined him, which I'm not proud of, but spined him, put another one in him, got him dead, and which kind of takes away from it a little bit for me, because when I love to make a good shot, it's just it makes it more fun. But I'm super happy I got the deer. I brought him back. My little girl was in a skeleton suit, and Rafe was in a Spider-Man suit. I got to take pictures with him, and it's like, to me, that was the first deer I'd killed on my home place, which every day I pull in my driveway this time of year, I know I'm living a dream, because the other afternoon when I pulled in there, I saw 28 deer in the driveway of my house. 28 that I counted.
That's crazy.
So definitely over 30.
That's crazy.
And like, I've been designing and playing with that place for like 6 years to get it to this point. I killed a 143 on it, Wide Willie. I've got another Big 8 that I'm going to try to let Asa get on out there. I've been seeing him every day out of the front window. I take pictures of him, send them to y'all every day out of the front. I mean, every day.
I showed John at jiu-jitsu last night. I was showing him that deer's in your front yard. We were all just talking about how cool that was.
Yeah, out the front window, like when I wake up, let the dog out in the morning. This morning again, I didn't even take a picture of him this morning. He's out there just feeding, and it really is to kill for a Southwest Mississippi deer. 143 is giant.
Oh yeah.
That is that was a lifelong goal, and now the because actually Bentley's killed a big buck out there, Lori's killed a big buck out there, Ace has killed a big buck. I mean, so everybody else has killed a big buck out there, and typically once it gets rifle season, I typically let them hunt.
Let the girls out.
And they've done real good over the past couple of years there, and I've got it designed where we can get in and out the box stands, and it's comfortable for them for rifle hunting. So that's fun. And as Ray starts hunting, and so then I'll have Lori, Asa, Rafe, and Bentley all hunting. I guess the time of me just trying to run out and get my limit on deer and turkeys may be coming to an end, which is fine. I've killed a pile of them. But I want, you know how, I'm sure you can, there's years like I have been having so much fun. Like I went and killed that doe out of my saddle Saturday. I had a blast.
Yeah, well, like you've had.
I've killed 6 this year.
Yeah, this year with the elk is very similar to the first year I filmed you, where we just like ran through them early, and it's like a little bit of the pressure's off.
Yeah, I'm happy you just have fun.
Yeah, and so now we were talking about it the other day, like just making some hunts that we don't ever really hunt. Like maybe going and like rattling a little bit somewhere, grunting up one, or hunting over, scrapes or something.
Decoy. See, I bought the decoy. I'm bringing it to the Midwest. We're gonna try to kill one with the decoy.
Yeah, just doing some fun stuff, because it's kind of like, all right, we got a lot of good TV show stuff. We got plenty of meat, and so now it's like, let's try to do something fun.
Yeah, and that's what I've been talking about this for the past 2 weeks.
It's like being a kid again. Like,
is.
We did that stuff when we were kids.
It's like I think. Look, I'm all about big deer management. I want everybody to shoot 5-year-olds with their bow, but at the same time, the first time we killed a deer with a bow or a gun, that wasn't in our mind. That wasn't the fun part. The fun part was hunting.
Yeah.
Being with your buddies, doing something that was hard, and that's another point. Like, something that was hard. So I remember, crossbows weren't a thing, which is a totally different podcast, but crossbows were not a thing when we were kids, or for the most part. Yeah. And so, like, you had to be 12 or 13 to be able to pull back enough pounds. So you had to earn bow hunting.
Yeah.
And so I still like that fact. And, I think sometimes if you told me right now, Slade, you can't kill a buck in Mississippi next year, you can only shoot does, or you can kill one buck and you can't shoot any does. I picked the does because that's 5 hunts, 5 experiences, 5 mystical flights of the era that I get to take. And people say, "Oh, you're crazy! You got to shoot that big buck." But I say this. I told Barrett this earlier. I said all of my buddies, because like when I get to Missouri Friday, we've got several deer 160 plus on camera.
Yeah.
If a 140-inch 5-year-old walks by me the first 5 minutes, I'm going to zip an arrow through him, or hopefully zip an arrow through him, and you're not going to find a happier bow hunter. Okay? I've always been like that. Always been like that. And so all my buddies, I'm waiting on the 150, I'm waiting on this deer, I'm waiting on that deer. I have killed more big deer than them, because if the 150 gets there first, whatever, and that's if me and you go to camp tomorrow, and I kill a 140 and you kill a 180, I'm going to be your smile ain't going to be no bigger than mine. I'm going to be happy for you, and we're going to move on.
No doubt.
And that's just, I think sometimes, me and a buddy of mine were talking about a basketball game last night. You ever think that sometimes hunters these days they take so much pride on what they passed and they've never killed anything? I'm like, man,
Yeah, it is.
I passed this giant 4-year-old. Man, you've never even killed a big buck. I mean, I appreciate you passing the deer, but I don't know. You can take it too far.
Yeah, you just like anything else. There's a line that you kind of have to walk. I mean, look, my favorite deer memory ever is over a spike. Now granted, I was a little kid, and like me and my buddy were together, and it was a crazy story, but it was a spike. We thought it was a doe at the time, but that just kind of added to the story.
Oh, I remember my first deer was a 4-point. I go take you right where I shot him. I show you the stand and shot him.
My first buck, shot him with a muzzleloader. I was with my papa, I was sitting in his lap, shot him, and this
iron sights or scope?
Scope. We had a scope. It's a 50 cal muzzleloader. This deer came out. It was cold that morning, and he was walking down this lane, and dude, the sun was hitting him, and I just thought that it was the Mac Daddy. You thought
it was the hole and horn buck.
Oh, I thought that I had killed a booner. And I shot, the smoke came up, didn't know if I hit the deer or nothing. When the smoke cleared, he was laying there, and boy, we went to jumping and hugging on each other. But look, I don't condone shooting little deer. I mean, I believe that that's not sportsmanlike for the most part. There's times, just like the, couple stories I just told, where it's, make a good memory.
Right.
But,
and look, and I to that point, I'm okay with, hey, kid killed the first deer, but I'm not 100%. Okay with you being lazy as a hunter and just letting him shoot the first deer that ever walked out. Like, if there's some better deer that need to be shot, there's okay. Like I told Barrett this earlier today. My goal for Asa is not for her to go kill a big buck this year. It's not my goal for her. My goal is to create a hunter and create memories with her. If that's 5 does, if we get a big buck, great. But like, you know what? I think we can definitely take stuff away from the hunt when we say we're just trying to shoot 5-year-olds that are this and that. I think you can take some away. Now, that's what I'm hunting all the time, but also I've killed a couple 100 deer. So, it's a different level. But I don't know. We started off this little tangent we were on. I'm having a blast this year, and I want to continue to have a blast. I want to try to tag out. I've never tagged out 100% with my bow. So that's 5 does and 3 bucks. I got 2 bucks and 2 does, so definitely going to tag out on the does.
You got plenty of options.
Good Lord. I was thinking of that. I'm going to have to get Caleb to come shoot some because
I need to find someone to watch LJ one afternoon and get Claire on another one. She's been wanting to shoot another one.
Well, there's plenty of spots.
Yeah.
Good Lord. I've been training deer to spin feeders for about 5 years, and good Lord, I have created the welfare society.
Man, we need to talk about that real quick because I have people all the time that really, really don't want to go to a spin feeder. And look, I've got access to a lot of cameras. We run a lot of cameras.
Yeah, like 30.
The places that the deer have been trained to the spin feeder, it's worth it.
It's not a year one thing.
No, you gotta just commit to it because it does.
Look at my house, dude.
That's
2 years ago at my house, I started putting spin feeders out 2 years ago. Now, every time it goes off, son, they are there.
And the mature ones.
Yeah, all of them.
Because they've been doing it for a couple years.
They've been growing
now.
up doing it.
So now, and the yearlings that are eventually going to be 5-year-olds, they've been and they live there. So they just think that that's just supposed to be there.
That's where they go get supper. And look, to each their own. If you don't like to hunt over feeders, we're legal here. I like to hunt over them. As Rafe, Bentley likes hunting, but he's just not ate up with it. As Rafe gets into bow hunting and stuff, I want to be able for him to be able to take a climber or a saddle or whatever he chooses. And I'm going to make him, we're going to go out to Thunder Holler and we're going to pick an acorn tree and we're going to learn how to read deer sign. Because I know how to, I grew up when, the feeding wasn't a big thing when we were little. So I knew how to do it all. And I definitely don't want that will be my goal for Rafe. My goal for Rafe is for him. I don't care how many big bucks he kills I want to make him a hunter. Yeah. I want to make him love it.
Yeah. It's a little bit of you learn a little bit of woodsmanship. You learn a little bit about how the animals, not just the deer, but how the animals use the terrain and how they use the woods, how they, travel to get to that acorn tree or something. And that's just, to me, that's just so interesting. I'm fascinated. We were talking about it at lunch. I was telling a story about a big deer in the refuge one time. I saw him walking out with my light, and I knew where he was. I knew I was going to walk right by him. And there's a bunch of palmettos, and they're all chest high, so there's little pig trails going through them. And I just happened to look over when I walked by him, and that deer didn't run, he didn't blow, he didn't do anything, but he knew I was coming because he was watching me the whole way. And he just hunkered down under them palmettos and just watched me walk by and let me go right on out of there. But watching their behavior, and that's another thing about bow hunting too. It's a lot more than just killing them. You're getting to see, even if you don't even pick up your bow one afternoon and you see 10 deer, you watch them not only interact with each other at a personal level up close, but you watch them react to the birds. You watch them react to the squirrels when the squirrels start barking at it. And you just start to learn and connect the dots on things. And you don't get that in a box stand when they're standing there. Because you see deer all the time in a box stand. They'll look back in the woods and you're like, oh, what are they doing? Well, let's just say one example. There's a squirrel barking out there or a raccoon or an armadillo or something just making a little bit of racket. Well, that's what they're looking at, and you get to see that when you're bow hunting them. Mm-hmm. It's just a totally different experience.
You get to be part of it, and that's, look, I love big food plots and box stands. I love watching a field come alive. That's just fun because you get to see a lot of stuff. Yeah. But, man, it's different when one walks under you with a bow down in the woods. It's just different. It's
primal, dude.
That's a good word for it. It is primal. It's whenever he's coming down the trail and they're just doing deer things, and they stop and eat a random leaf you would never think they would eat.
That's something only the Lord could make, dude. I mean, it is spiritual.
It is. Or like you're hunting a place with a creek bottom, you hear that little water.
Oh my gosh, when you start talking about some water getting going around me, see, I grew up, we hunted in a lot of water. Man, when they get to going in that water, I'm telling you, if you ever have the chance to hunt in any kind of river bottom or something, and you can get near some shallow water, you got to go. Same thing with palmettos, because when they start to cut through them palmettos, boy, I'm telling you, it is something spiritual about it.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's just fun to, and you didn't feel like an engine when you pick the right trail, pick the right tree. It's double rewarding.
It is.
And so there's all kinds of stuff. Okay, there's rewarding when you come out and you kill a deer. All right, there's rewarding when you pick the right trail and kill a deer. It's rewarding when you go on a piece of property you've never been on and kill a deer. It's a whole different fact. You set up a property and manage it and things like that.
The plots
and it's your own ground.
Yeah.
And you work hard to pay. It's just there's different levels. And I think if there was a pyramid of killing a deer 1, killing a deer with a bow 2, rattling up a buck, just take your pyramid. I think the peak is killing one on your own land.
Yeah, and I think, too, going beyond that, like, let's use Thunder Hollow, for example, because that's one that I'm familiar with. The year that I hunted it, man, it was pretty raw. I mean, it wasn't a whole lot to it. And then now, you got out there and you got a mulcher and big food plots and, like...
It's more...
totally changed that place. I mean, it's just a totally different deal. And now you're seeing 20 deer a hunt sometimes, and it's like...
Hell, I saw
cool
6.
is that?
I saw 6 in about 20 minutes the other day with my saddle.
But that's what I'm saying. How neat is that? How neat is it just
And
giving
Asa killed the big buck out there last year.
Yeah, but you did that for them. You did it for them. And now they're getting to enjoy all of that. And that's just so cool to me.
And look, I'm no different than anybody else. I have a budget on, I don't really have a budget, but in my mind, I think I have a budget I spend on this stuff every year. I still got 1 or 2 more food plots I'm going to do over there. Probably 1 for now. Across the creek, I'm working on my access across the creek, and I'll say this: that place and a bunch of other places prove it. Man, I can't hardly sell you something in Southwest Mississippi that doesn't have potential to grow a mountable buck. Mm-hmm. I mean, it really. And people say, "Oh no, some areas get shot." When we buy land, and we do it all the time by the Homage International Forest. Which, you get all the pressure in the forest, which you really don't, we get big deer on camera everywhere. Last year, the 502, last year we had 502 acres. Caleb was hunting out there, Amite County, which is a big tract of land, but it was a hunting club. And
not a historically great deer area.
No, and nothing habitat-wise that was exceptional. And hunting club, and then connected to public ground too. I mean, all the things that you would think negative. What'd you have? 4 good shooters?
4 deer that I would shoulder mount and put on the wall.
Yeah.
100%.
And one of them was a hammer.
One of them was a once-in-a-lifetime deer for that area.
Yeah,
no doubt.
I agree. And so that can be done anywhere. And, dude, if it's like a field of dreams, you build it, they'll come.
No doubt.
Like, you build the plots, treat it right. It kind of, the other day at Thunder Hollow, when I went out that weekend, I had that great little hunt, shot a deer with my bow, and Bentley saw a bunch of deer. It was like, I remember thinking after I did, I said, man, I need to take advantage of this more. I just don't hunt that place. And it has all these pretty little creek bottoms and stuff. If you just go sit in the field, you kind of don't get that feeling.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
And that place is loaded with turkeys. I've decided to keep it now. I was thinking about selling it a couple of years, but I've just decided to keep it. I like it. That's what deer hunting will do.
That place checks the pretty box, too. I mean, when you get down in them creek bottoms, golly, it's just, that place is so pretty.
Mm-hmm. It is. Literally, it's got some water oaks up and down that creek as big around as this table.
No doubt.
It's got some big ones, and it's a pretty creek down in there, and it's kind of water. If it's the Mississippi River or a creek that floods like that one, it's kind of makes it's kind of wild.
Everything about it is wild, and that's why it's so gamey. Mm-hmm. That track is gamey. It's hogs, it's deer, it's turkeys.
Yes.
It's bunch
I tell you,
of squirrels.
I've been smiling. Speaking of, I've been smiling all week. Me and Bentley went out there Saturday, and we built a feeder pen around that Thunder Hollow. I mean, teaching Bentley about hard work, and if you've ever built fence and post hole drive, and so we not only drove them down with the with the post hole driver. We also dug some with the post hole digger for the. I put a cedar post for the camera, and so he got it all. But anyway, we put it up there, and then the next day I sent Bentley a picture of a hog sitting outside the pen. I said, "This makes me smile."
Oh yeah,
he just standing out there. He didn't
They
take but
gonna
one day till Doe jumped in there.
I believe it. Look, they gonna get that corn. They gonna get it.
And so if you continue, like, if you build it, they'll come. Like, and as I develop that place, that's just a place here in Southwest Mississippi, 5 miles from my house, that somebody in my family will probably have an opportunity to kill a good deer at every year.
Yep.
And you know, I wouldn't say we have incredible neighbors. I'd say we have decent neighbors there. Yeah. Like where I hunt. A lot of my other stuff, we probably have better neighbors. I mean, we got a deer on my lease. That's 135, maybe pushing 40. That's in daylight every day.
8 point.
Yeah, 8 point.
8 point.
In daylight every day at 2 different feeders. And I've been sending a picture every day to the neighbors saying, protect this deer at all costs. And that we've all agreed to pass him. Now, chances are he could get shot. But that's the same place I killed Barry. So he made it. Yeah. And the deer, we're not going to do this on this podcast, but the deer that I killed, Pope, which we did an episode on, and we're going to do a whole episode on him. I self-filmed him and killed him this year too. Yeah, I've had a great year. I didn't even talk about Kansas. I killed right at 160 in Kansas. We'll do that next podcast. Talk about those deer, but that's an area where you got to know your area. Like if you get a 4-year-old 150 in an area where people don't pass up 3 and 4-year-olds, be realistic.
Bust that joker.
Bust him or be comfortable with somebody else shooting him.
Yeah. I mean, look, you got to temper your expectations, right? Like, this ain't the King Ranch, in the right wise words of Mr. Tommy Bell.
Yeah,
this ain't the King Ranch, all right? He was showing us some deer he killed on his place. No one loves to kill him more than Mr. Tommy.
He could have go another day.
He did kill a good one. But you know, if you're hunting an area where your average 5-year-old deer is 125 inches and you get a 4-year-old 150, bust him. I mean, what are we talking about?
And look, speaking of 125-inch deer, we just need to bring this out in the open, in public.
I shoot all of them.
And no, in public. Listen, y'all. Listen, everybody watching, listening at home. Your 130-inch 8-point is not a 130-inch 8-point. Asterisk. Some of you know what you're talking about.
A lot of them's probably 110s.
Yeah. I want you to score some of your 130 because I hear it every day on my buggy. Just a little 130-inch 8-point. I killed a 133 the other day that was on straight 8-point, and he was a hammer.
Yeah, no doubt. I had someone, that big deer that I killed on Thunder Hollow a couple years ago, the picture, my God.
What's he like, 134?
He's 137, but he looks like a dang 160. Mm-hmm. And it's like, man, and I had someone ask me, what'd that deer go, high 40s, low 50s? I said, no, dude, he's 137.
Yeah,
you know, I scored
legit.
him like legit, you know, and I did it twice to make sure that I got it right. But these, you know, and the picture has a lot to do with it. I mean, he looks bigger. He looks bigger than he is in the picture. You can take pictures to make him look bigger, and we did. But
you know, I would say I don't even agree. I think most people don't know how to take pictures, so the deer don't look as good in pictures.
Right.
I know. You know, I want to get I love these deer. I want to give them their best. I want them to look the best because I've never seen your deer mounted. But I've seen the picture 100 times.
Right.
So the picture's important. And, you know, take the time to take good pictures. But anyway, get back. I got the deer Ryan filmed me kill at Forces, a big wide 8 that I just got back mounted not too long ago. Anyway, I got him a long time ago. I just hung him. But anyway, he's 134. He's 19-inch wide 8-point. And I took a really good picture with him.
Yeah.
And I remember people all the time say, you know, I want to grow one bigger than 130. I said, well, how big you think this one is? Good Lord, what's that near 150, 160?
Yeah.
That's a 134 8-point.
Yeah.
So let's start calling deer what they are. A 130-inch 8-point is not every 3 and 4-year-old you said there.
That's a
in
big
Southwest
deer.
Mississippi, a 130-inch 8-point is a good deer.
That's a great deer.
And the reason a lot of people who listen out there don't think that's a good deer is because people have been calling 110s and 115s 130s forever.
Exactly.
And when you put 15 inches on 8 points, because the difference to put 15 inches on 10
4
points.
inches a time.
Yeah, I mean, it adds up a whole lot.
Yeah.
So if somebody legitimately scores 130-inch 8-point. They've killed a fine deer. The big deer Asa killed last year. He was a 9 at Thunder Hollow. I mean, when you see pictures, like, dang, he was a big deer. He's 127.
Yeah,
like
130-inch deer.
And he actually looked like the little brother of the one you killed.
Yeah.
It's weird how that 9-point...
Same side.
Remember on the 67 acres, half a mile through the woods right there that we just sold?
Yeah.
They had like a 3 or 4 year old 9. Yep.
It's 9-point genes running through there. So.
We need a big double drop time gene to be running through there.
Yeah, man, that'd be nice.
When I get home, speaking of how fun, I'm just having fun. So yesterday, I went and hung a camera on a scrape at Thunder Hollow. Got a little buck on it this morning. But they're starting to scrape pretty good. So when I get back from the Midwest, and then we'll have a couple of extra cameras with me, I'm going down all those creek bottoms. And if I don't find scrapes, I'm going to make scrapes and just get some scrape cameras. Because this deer that don't come to those fields that hang out across that creek over there. Yeah. It's just too big. It's too much gnarly
area.
And stuff.
Yeah, it's a bunch of surface area over there, too.
Mm-hmm. And that's what land does, man. Like, I mean, I know you play golf, and a lot of people, I don't ever understand when people tell me, oh, yeah, let's go do this, let's go do that. I'm like, I got land, I got stuff to do. And it sounds like work, but I love it.
It is fun. It is.
Like, what you doing Saturday? I ain't got nothing going on. What you doing? Well, I'm going to go build a feeder pen and work my butt off. And I'm going to go, I'm going to go put cameras out or put 80 sacks of feed out. That's my fun.
A lot of the process is not like all that fun, but then whenever you see the result of it, it's just like working out. It's like you can apply this to anything in life. You can apply anything. If you just do the work, and a lot of times you don't feel like doing it, man,
that's it. You work out for one day, you can't tell the difference. You work out for 100 days in a row, you look like a different person.
Yeah, man. It's and that makes you love the process a little bit more.
And it's like, there was a very good chance, we're going to get into this next podcast, but I wouldn't have killed Pope this year because my buddy who's a neighbor, he had him on camera and almost killed him several times, which I've been fine. I'm fine with that. But I knew that if I did these things, food plot, feeders, stand location, that we had a really good chance of shooting a super solid Wilson County deer. And we did. And so, it definitely helps to have some success. I mean, it's like when you're working out, if you see your first ab pop up, man, that next day, you're going to hit that gym hard because you're like, oh, here they come.
Extra sit-ups.
Yeah, it's no different than, if you go and have a good hunt. That's what I was talking to Zeb the other day. I said, Zeb, look, on these hunts, Zeb's young, and he hasn't done this near as long as I have. I said, Zeb, we got to stay positive on these hunts. Because when you're positive like that, you expect that deer to come up. You expect that. And when you
stay locked in.
When you expect to happen, well, then you're quieter. You move less.
That's right.
You take care of your scent better. You hunt better because you're expecting.
Yeah.
And you always have to be expecting because everybody, and as you apply this again to any part of life, everybody in the hunting world does the big things right. But it's the little bit here, a little bit there. I use it as this example, and Caleb heard me say this. Whenever I'm turkey hunting with somebody that's never turkey hunted before, I said, hey, just kind of let you know how I hunt and make sure we're on the same page. When we round every corner or we ease up to every field or a straight shot in the road, we gotta be not talking loud and we gotta be looking eyes up all the time, because if I come around this road and a turkey strutting with a hen in the road and we blow him up, God, dog, he was right there. Or we could be telling this story. I came around there and there he was blowed up. We backed up, yelped him up, and it was a beautiful hunt. Mm-hmm. That little bit of extra care makes a million times difference.
Man, you got to be hunting like you got to hunt for supper that afternoon.
Yeah, you got to hunt hungry.
The best hunters are the ones who just care the most about whether or not to kill one. It's that simple.
You got to hunt mad. I mean, I'm not. I may come home without one, but I'm going to Missouri to end one's life. It is my goal. I'm going to have a good time doing it, but it's all part of the process. We went and put the food plots in. We got the right land in the right area. Got the right weather, dude. It's going to be we're going to get there Friday. Saturday morning, it's going to be in the 30s. Sunday morning, it's going to be 19. It's going to be cold.
Sunday afternoon, you're going to let the air out of one.
I think Saturday afternoon, I think old big boy's going to look down there and see old Dave Smith decoy and say, not up in here.
Are y'all gonna climb up a tree? Or y'all gonna do it from the ground?
Oh
like
no, I'm gonna do the tree. I
Getting
think
the
I'm
tree.
bringing it though. I'm bringing the dough.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's next level.
Oh man,
I saw one of the Midwest Whitetail guys the other day doing it.
I can't even imagine. There ain't no way I'd be able to shoot.
See, there kind of go back to what we were talking about earlier. Okay, so what we're talking about is I've got a predator decoy that is a doe that you put on your bow and you shoot through. Y'all probably seen it. And then I have a buddy of mine. Y'all probably seen the video. He puts the buck out there and he acts like he's the doe in the woods, and then the rattler grunt or snort wheeze, and the buck comes up there and you shoot him because he's paying attention to the other buck, not you. And if you had a scenario like that and a big 3-year-old came up there, what would you remember more? The average 5-year-old buck that you shot, or the one that came in and he thought he was going to attack you?
No, you'd remember that experience.
I
Ain't
know.
no doubt.
How awesome would that be?
Oh, it'd be sick. It wouldn't be any more sick if it was a 5-year-old. It's the same. It's the same experience.
Yeah, that's it. But hopefully we do, man. When we go to Missouri, I've got some of the best deer I've ever had on camera up there. Some hammers, and most of them seem to be still alive. Getting pictures of them here or there, and I think we're going to be hitting it right. The weather is going to be good. I have my dad with me. I'm going to be getting him on a deer, hopefully. I'm going to mow a little corn, get him in the blind. And we're going to have a blast. Ryan can't come up till later in the season, but I know what's going to happen. We're going to go up there and have a great hunt, kill some deer. And then Ryan's going to go up there
And shoot a mega.
and he's going to shoot a mega. That's just Ryan. He's going to quigley down under with the rifle, and he'll probably smoke him a big one, which would be good. But I'm excited to get up there. We go Friday. Caleb's going to hold down the fort and get some real estate sold. So, I mean, the way we do these trips, like Saturday and Sunday, I'll hunt most of the day. But Monday through Friday, I got to come in for a couple of hours and make sure y'all get your land sold and answer y'all's questions and do that sort of thing. And it gives me less anxiety when I do that. Like, it's very important that my stands have cell phone coverage. I know that sounds terrible, but
No, that's right.
it's important. But I'm excited to get up there. I'm excited for deer season. So next podcast, which will be 73, we're approaching 100. We need to have maybe Joe Rogan to come for 100.
You think so?
That'd be a little jump. All right, let's say I don't know, maybe somebody else.
Maybe your boy
Maybe.
Cam Haynes.
Yeah. We need somebody. We need somebody big for the hunter. We got to start thinking. Y'all send us some ideas. See what you think. Somebody bigger than like Scott Lindsay or something like that.
Who's that?
Oh, yeah. But maybe we had Chad.
Yeah. Oh, the Chad.
It would be 6-hour podcast if you put Chad Lindsay on.
All he would do is talk about his shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Talk about how he hurt his shoulder, but he's still killing big deer.
But next episode we're going to talk about Kansas hunt, smacked a big one, and then we're going to give you the story of Pope. So another deer episode. It's deer season, so we're going to talk about deer. We'll give you some real estate updates. And as always, y'all, thank you for tuning in. Always, Southern Ag Credit, they hook us up. And look, we got a little Mountain Op sponsorship right here. And if you're wondering why me and Caleb are talking so fast and clean and beautiful, it's because we got Ignite in the system. I'll give you a little hint. I'm on my second dose of the day. I require a little more. I like life here, and that's what Ignite does. All right, Caleb, appreciate it.
Hey, thank you for listening to the Hunt and Landman podcast. If you will, take a moment, give us a 5-star written review, guys. This really helps us out. And if you know anybody you think will be interested in this podcast, please share it with them.